The Tejas light combat aircraft has dropped its 1,200-liter external fuel tank during a routine sortie, and the fighter jet managed to land back safely at the Solar Air Force Station, and the Air Force is conducting an investigation on the incident. The Tejas fighter jet has flown more than 4,500 sorties during various tests, and this is the first incident since the fighter jet first took to the skies in January 2001. The Tactics and Air Combat Development Establishment of the Indian Air Force is trying to increase its combat capacity, and has started an exercise from today, which will be conducted for the next 40 days. Over 40 fighter jets, combat helicopters and cargo planes will take part in this exercise, in which both the air crew and ground crew will be engaged in different exercises and combat practices. The Indian Air Force will display air-to-air and air-to-ground capability from the Su-30, Mirage 2000, upgraded Jaguar and MiG-21, and this exercise will help to study various tactical procedures for different fighter jets, and their implementation in the form of standard operating procedures. The Flag Officer Commanding-in-Chief of the Southern Command has said that the next generation of Indian naval ships will be powered by electrical propulsion systems, and the training facilities have already been created, ahead of construction programs for new ships. He also said that the new landing platform ships will be the first Indian Navy ships fitted with an electrical propulsion, which will be followed for its next series of destroyers and aircraft carriers of the future, which will enable better stealth due to significant noise reduction, lesser fuel requirement, improvement in speed and also an increase in maneuverability. Chinese media has reported that China could purchase additional batches of Su-35 fighter jets from Russia, as a second batch could help to further modernize the Chinese Air Force, and the purchase could have political and economic elements, demonstrating close ties between China and Russia. The Chinese President and Russian President Vladimir Putin have pledged to do more business in their respective national currencies, while Russia has also signed on to the Chinese Belt and Road Initiative, envisioning hundreds of billions of dollars worth of infrastructure projects across the globe. The Union Budget 2019 is expected to be announced on the 5th of July, and the Indian Armed Forces expect an increase in the defense budget, and this hope is also fueled by the fact that the newly appointed Finance Minister was in charge of the Defense Ministry in her last role, and she would be well aware of the challenges and requirements of the forces. The former Vice Chief of Indian Army had said in 2018 that 68% of the Army's equipment is in the vintage category, and a fund crunch will also impact the serviceability of the existing equipment. Even though the sanctioned strength is 42, the Indian Air Force currently operates 35 squadrons, and the stage is all set for the procurement of 114 fighter jets under the $20 billion MMRCA tender. While the acquisition of 50 ships and 6 submarines have been approved to be procured over the next 10 years, the Indian Navy needs a fleet of 200 ships and 500 aircraft by 2050.
Omar dropped it.